Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Hello, Lady Pete. Thank you so much for being here first. And Connie Bomber. Hey, Connie Bomber. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. Hazel Jones, Beverly McCaskill, Jedi Lady EJ, Crouching Chicken Hidden Egg. Well, got to get it out somehow. It's got to come out one way or the other, right? Anyway, um, bon appetit. Okay, let me grab some slides here. And of course, as usual, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. Okay. Okay, let me see. I got that. All right. Um, Now I'm gonna set up a goal for myself. Um, be a little ambitious. Let's see, 1 hour, and okay, okay. Let's call it Super Sticker Thursday. Now, of course, nobody is obliged to contribute anything that you cannot afford, but there we go. I have put a goal for 20 super stickers. um, for super. I just made that up. Wait, I can't even say it. Super sticker, super, super, super sticker Thursday. There you go. Super sticker Thursday. Easy for you to say. Okay. Also, thank you everyone who has subscribed. We finally got over 62,000. We finally got over 62,000 subscribers. Alrighty then. Carlene Beckford, Marcia Ware, Elaine Parker, J Law, Perlina Answer, Legs, Diane Hawkins. Okay, here goes. So what's next for Harry? Okay, full disclosure, I cannot decide whether I think that image of Harry and Morgan Freeman, he has a very distinct, hello, I'm Morgan Freeman. Each year, thousands of AI images of myself and others have been produced on social media. I'm Morgan Freeman. Um, which do you think is better, my Morgan Freeman or each year? Wait, wait, I got to drink some water. Each year, thousands of AI images are produced of myself, but still I rise, still I rise. So, which do you think is stronger, my Morgan Freeman? Oh, wait, my Morgan Freeman or my Maya and well, I got to stop. They're starting to run together, I think. Okay, okay, let's get on with it then. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super chat. And Arnett McCluskey, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Stephen Black, thank you for the super sticker. Super, just say chat sticker. Um, okay, Stephen Black, I feel like I've seen you in costume before. Do we want to talk about that or no? I thought it was quite becoming. Let me see. Susanna Maria Anoja, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here. Okay. You know, I got a blessing today. I don't know if I could say the name or not. I mean, I don't remember if the name was the name used on the chats or well anyway, if the name comes up then I'll say. But a very nice squatty who actually purchased two of Megan's jams with the very collectible container, gift container, sent me one of her jars of raspberry spread. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I thought it was a dream. I almost let it go right past me when I was looking at the chat. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you just say? Did you just say? Can you believe it? So, but I kind of messed up though. I made cookies. I made the Megan cookies last night and I used my existing jam for the cookies. I should have waited just one more day. I should have waited just one more day and I would have been in good shape. So now I got to get some more cookie mix. I should have waited. I should have waited. I'm so mad at myself. I should have waited. By the way, the cookies are delicious. I made some with just the edible flowers. Hey, Joan Garcia. And then I also made some with the, what is that? Mamo, whatever that French jam preserve. I used that. So I have not opened the the Megan raspberry spread yet. So I'm thinking I should hold out until I get another box of the cookie mix. Oh, but it's so easy to make. It is so easy to make. I promise you, it's so easy to make. And one more thing, where the heck did I get a hand mixer from? It's from like 1999 in the box, never been used. I'm just like, I don't remember this thing. Where the heck did a hand mixer come from? I got to talk to one of my relatives. I think they gave it to me, but it was so weird because I'm just like, "Ugh, I don't have a. And then I'm like digging and around for the cookie pan, and out comes a hand mixer. Is that divine intervention or what? Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. You know you did that twice, right? Just but I appreciate it. Oh, thank you very much. Antoinette Kennedy, thank you for being here. Marshard, thank you for being here. So anyway, yes, if you're the person who sent the long time supporter, by the way, if you're the person that sent that, thank you very much. And I cannot wait to enjoy it. But I'm gonna hold out for some more cookie mix. So hopefully Megan will put some up very soon. If not, I'm gonna have to lay into it with the crepes. All right. Living Legends of Aviation is back. Living Legends of Aviation is back. And what's so strange about that is I thought that was like in January. But then again, we didn't have one this past January, did we? So I guess it doesn't matter what time of year that they meet, so long as they meet. So this is, I believe, the 22nd annual Living Legends of Aviation, and the Duke of Sussex will be there. You heard me. The Duke of Sussex will be there. I think there is going to be a terrible meltdown amongst the Rangers and the Royal Rota and so on and so forth, because you're going to have Megan with the Time 100 this month. You're going to have Harry with the Legends of Aviation this month. There you go. John Travolta to host the 22nd annual Living Legends of Aviation Award in Beverly Hills on April 25th, 2025. Legends to honor Ariel Fire Crew, Aerial Fire Crew heroes. So, of course, this is going to be a very emotional one, I suppose, because remember, this is going to really lean heavy into all of what's been going on with the fires in LA and these heroes. Oh, I almost got emotional thinking about that. These heroes that risk their lives. Have you guys ever seen that one water tanker that was putting out a fire? And because of the incredible weight, and it was a very old plane, the wing just folded up and the plane fell out of the sky. So these guys really do put themselves at risk. And if you know anything about an updraft, you know these people really put themselves at risk. Um, they're flying through those embers, they're flying through the smoke, and they're trying to save lives and save property. And I can't wait. I think it's going to be a very touching and emotional year for Legends of Aviation. So, Living Legends of Aviation, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, as well as living legend Morgan Freeman and others will be honoring the aerial fire crew that were instrumental in the fight against the Los Angeles area fires that were so destructive in January. Oh, that's probably why it didn't take place. I just answered the question. They probably couldn't do it in January per LA fires. That's probably why. So maybe, I don't know. But let me see. The fires that were so destructive in January of this year, this memorable segment will pay special tribute to all of the men and women who were involved in the aerial operation as they flew hundreds of missions in unforgiving conditions to protect and save people and property. That's what I just said. But it is going to be very emotional, I'm certain. Um, I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. So let's see how it goes. And of course, did I tell you guys that Harry's going to be there? Did I just hear a plate smash somewhere in Kensington Palace? Or oh, well, they got so many properties, it's kind of hard to narrow it down, isn't it? They got so many of them. But yeah, so who knows which one they're at this week. This they have enough. They have one for every day of the week, right? One for every day of the week, so they could be at any of those properties. But the point is, somebody's gonna be big mad. I mean, after all, think about it. They were just big mad about the trip to, oh, what was it, Ukraine? They were just angry about that, and now this announcement. But you all, it cannot be helped. Harry and Meghan will never be Fred and Ethel Mertz, right? They're not going to be the sidekicks to Lucy Ricardo and Ricky Ricardo. They're just not. Um, they have platforms. They have a long history of philanthropy and humanitarian work. And service is in their blood, plain and simple. So they are not going to just fade away. I don't think they could, and I don't think they ever should. So the rest of the world is just going to have to get used to it. Megan is posting quite frequently these days, and I'm glad for it. I'm glad for it. And I don't want Megan to ever be in a happy mood and want to share that with us and hesitate for 1 second because of what somebody may think. Please don't do that. Be yourself, be happy, be joyful, share with you what you feel and how you feel. And she should feel free to do that. She shouldn't have to hesitate. Those days are gone. Harry and Meghan were sidetracked by circumstances for too long. Now it's time to live and let live. I mean, think about it. January 2024. Um, there was, I hope I got this right. It was 2024. There was a trip to Jamaica. I think that's how it started, right? And then, of course, there was Legends of Aviation. And I'm not putting these in order. There was also, oh gosh, it was a lot. The NFL, the Heisman Trophy, right? I mean, it was epic. It was absolutely epic. But for some reason, that Legends of Aviation seemed to really grate on their nerves something terrible. I mean, it was just, I don't have the words. I don't have the words. It was something about the Legends of Aviation that was particularly upsetting for them. So, um, but they have to work, and they should work. And of course, we are going to be there to support them each and every step of the way. At least I know I am. And I hope the Sussexes can count on you all too. I know they can. I shouldn't even ask. All right, let's go to the next thing here. Let's see. Now, Christopher Cassidy, a former NASA astronaut and Navy SEAL, Chris is a veteran of 3 space flights and 10 spacewalks, logging 377 days in space. Robert Hoot Gibson is a decorated Navy fighter pilot, veteran astronaut, and air race pilot. Oh, and Tom Costello, Emmy Award winning NBC News correspondent based in Washington, D.C., and NBC's lead aviation and space correspondent. Now, I wonder if they're being honored or if they're going to be there. Interesting. That was part of it, but it didn't say. And you know what? I kind of abbreviated this a bit. So, yes. Okay. Uh, I'm looking at the article. Well, doesn't matter. We're going to be there to cheer them on. So, cannot wait for that. And remember the date. Save the date. It is the April 25th. And when is Megan doing the Time magazine? Oh, and while all this is going on, aren't there episodes of the podcast still coming out? Right? Joan Garcia says Harry and Meghan joy fills the room and the sorrow can't take it. Thank you very much, Joan Garcia. I like that. And the sorrow can't take it. I like that. All right, let me take a look at a couple of y'all's comments here. What's that? Oh, let me go and take a look. Let me go and take a look. You shouldn't have told me that. You shouldn't have told me. Let me go take a look. Uh-huh. You know I can't handle the truth. Oh my God. Charles looks bad. I got to save that one. He looks bad. Let me see here. Sussexes took a family vacation. I don't know if I believe that. I won't accept that unless I see proof. I've seen that thing about them taking a family vacation. I don't know. Um, I'll believe it when I see it. In the meantime, is it's just words. Okay, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. But that's okay. I'll look for it laser. Laser. What is wrong with me today? I'll look for it laser. I will look for it later. I will look for it laser. Laser. Why do I keep saying laser? I'll look for. uh, I will look for it. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. Okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to share it with you. Thank you for the heads up. I will share it. Okay. Now, there were quite a few of these floating around during that period of Where's Kate Middleton? I think I have this one already. I think I have this one already. But did you ever see the one with Queen Elizabeth? Did you ever see the one with Queen Elizabeth? That one was hilarious because when that one came out, it was just I think it was the first Easter after Queen Elizabeth died. And I believe the it was some kind of funny caption. Oh, I know what it was. I think it had to do with the coronation. It had to do with the coronation. Let me see if I can grab that one quick. But the point is, it was warning people not so soon, or you know, something like that. But it was very funny. Spot on, as they say. It was spot on. Oh, there it is right there. I found it. See there? Cancel the coronation. Guess who's back? When I first saw this, I screamed. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was hilarious. I don't know who thinks of stuff like this, but whoever came up with that one, whoever came up with that one, that is a scream. Cancel the coronation. Guess who's back? uh, all right, all right. Hey, Church Nelly. Okay, let's get on with it. So, there we go. And I'll leave that there for a second. Let you take a peek at it. All right. Lindsay Peterson. No, Peterson. Yeah, Peterson. Thank you so much, Patterson. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry I'm doing that. But thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member. Okay. Hey, Puzzle Dot. All right. I'll take that away. Now, let me see. Do you all remember this? I was going through my archives. When I tell you guys I keep receipts, understand me. Hear the sound of my voice. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I keep receipts. As it says here, Harry arrives without Meghan at Living Legends of Aviation Award amid royal health drama, right? If you guys remember, I think either Meghan was under the weather. Oh no, it was not. One of the kids were under the weather. So Meghan stayed home. Look at the small print. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle look glamorous as they arrived at the 21st annual Living Legends of Aviation Awards, where the Duke of Sussex is being honored. They changed the title, but they didn't change the rest of the article. So it contradicts. One says Harry and Meghan, that Harry arrived without Meghan, and the other one is telling you how glamorous they both look. It was already written. They write these things in advance. They have them all ready to go, and they just upload them. Ready, set, upload. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? They already had it printed. Or should I say written? And then after the fact, or whatever, they just kind of reminds me of that whole debacle with the Oprah Winfrey interview, where they swore up and down they saw the interview, but they certainly did not. So gives you an idea of what's happening over on Fleet Street. All right, let's continue. Those are the people that were honored in 2021. I'm sorry, these are all the people that have ever been honored. That's the whole list of them. All of them. Kurt Russell, Treat Williams, Buzz Aldrin, who else? Sir Richard Branson, Tom Cruise, even Harrison Ford. He's a pilot. And of course, Jeff Bezos. What is her name? Sanchez. His fiance. Yeah. And of course, there was a consolation prize for William. Some of the staff over at Kensington Palace, they were kind of afraid that William might lose it. So they came up with a trophy for him. And they also ordered one of those grocery store airplanes and had it installed outside of the offices at Kensington Palace, so that he too could be like the rest of the living legends of aviation. Well, you see, they have something called the Kitty Hawks Air Academy, where they train the kids. So he wasn't qualified to be with the adults. So they put him in with the kids. So there you have it. Living Legends of Aviation, Prince William Kitty Hawks. So yeah, he's a Kitty Hawk. That's a shame when someone is so jealous and vain and arrogant like he is. Prince Harry's Travalyst coalition of partners represent a combined market value of $3 trillion, including Bookings.com, Expedia Group, MasterCard, Skyscanner, TripAdvisor, Visa, etc. Travalyst flight emissions data has appeared in 65 billion global searches, according to Time 100. So, just a reminder, as we're waiting to celebrate the 100 most influential people, that Harry, founder of Travalyst, was mentioned. What was it, last year, because of Travalyst? That is a very impressive. And you notice the tabloid media, they never, ever want to talk about it. They just won't bring it up. They won't bring it up. They'll talk about everything under the sun, but they do not want to talk about Travalyst. This is huge. This is huge. And Prince Harry is the founder, the one who they pegged as not too bright, and they tried to make him believe that he was forever going to be dependent upon his brother. And as they say, look at what God can do. Look at what God can do. Let me see. Oh, I think this one is too long, but let me just see how long this is. The Duke of Sussex supports conservation groups in Africa and says he really became an environmentalist during a trip in 2012 to the Caribbean when a 7-year-old boy told him that England's environmental impact was damaging the coral reefs. After that interaction, he was inspired to start Travalyst, Travel and Catalyst, a nonprofit that provides people booking travel with emissions data so they can consider the most sustainable options. The aim is to help make a dent to the industry's carbon footprint. Tourism makes up about 11% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Travalyst worked with Google to create the Travel Impact Model, a free, publicly available methodology launched in 2022 that predicts per passenger CO2 emissions produced by upcoming flights. Travalyst's coalition of partners, representing a combined market value of $3 trillion, includes top tech companies used by tourists like Booking.com, Expedia Group, MasterCard, Skyscanner, TripAdvisor, and Visa. On September 12th, Travalyst announced that its flight emissions data has appeared in 65 billion searches worldwide. Prince Harry has stressed that sustainable travel also means travel that boosts local economies and supports tourism businesses that hire local talent. He summed up Travalyst's mission at its 5th anniversary celebration on September 24th during Climate Week.
Hello, everybody. Can I ask you to take your seats if you haven't already done so?
To be joined here by our founder, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, it's a really great honor. As fate would have it, our anniversary coincided perfectly with Climate Week, presenting us with a unique opportunity that we just couldn't let pass. We knew that we had to take advantage of this moment, make the most of it, bringing together celebration and purpose in one memorable occasion. Some of you might know, it also happens to coincide with another rather significant birthday. Sir, happy 40th. If you've recovered from the celebrations, I think you're good. We shall raise a toast to you later. And If you're lucky, we may sing a rendition of Happy Birthday. We're surrounded here today by a wonderful...
Tourism represents 10% of global GDP. The opportunity to drive positive social...
Okay, I'm not going to run the entire thing, but gosh, that just makes me proud of him. It really does. I'm going to just skip through this. Let me see. Come on, Harry. You show them what you made of. Show them what you're made of. That just makes me so proud of him. You guys have no idea. It's just like you get the opportunity to be the proud godparents of this young man that we have taken under our wing ever since his mother was so violently taken away from him. And you know, it's something that well, I'm glad that we can be supportive to him like that. I really do mean that. Anyway, enough of that. Let me go on to the next thing here. All right. Now, Maundy Day. Maundy Day. That is, I think it's a Latin word. I forgot what it means. But well, we know what it means, more or less. It has to do with the day that the sovereign gives money to peasants or subjects for their, well, for Charles, he gave away 70 pieces of gold or a coin or whatever it is to celebrate his 77 years on this earth. And anyway, it's the most, I guess, religious thing that he'll do in any given year, I suppose. I to be honest with you, I don't fully understand it. And also, I don't understand why Camilla was able to go in his place. It should have been a blood relative, a blood royal. But last year, Camilla went in his place. Now, he's also gone in his mother's place in the past. Actually, the year that she died, he actually went in 2022 to represent her. But it should not have been the concubine. It should have been a blood relative. Joy Amore, thank you. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, a super sticker, and happy birthday to you again. Happy birthday to you. It is still your birthday, isn't it? I had to think about that for a second. Let's see here. Do we have that still? Of course I do. Why would I get rid of it, right? It was such a beautiful card. I just wanted to make sure that I shared it with everyone again. So happy birthday to you again, and many happy returns of the day. And thank you for sharing your birthday with us. That was very, very kind of you. Okay. And go back over here. So there you go. By the way, I love this mosaic. That is beautiful. That is a stunning mosaic. And how did they celebrate Maundy Day? Well, with protest and lots of it. I mean, they booed, they heckled, they jeered. They sent the message to King and Queen that we don't like y'all. Down with the crown. Well, anyway, you'll see. You'll see. See there? Republic will be protesting the Royal Maundy Day service in Durham. I'm sorry, at Durham Cathedral. At the ceremony, Charles will hand out £5.50 in Maundy Day money, despite the royals costing us £500 million per year. The royals are tone deaf, handing out fivers with one hand and taking hundreds of millions with the other hand. And have you seen Charles' hands? Do you know how much money he could hold in his hand? It's time to protest this injustice. So, of course, they had to further information so that they can get a crowd. And look at there, for the first time, they managed to fly the Not My King flag at Buckingham Palace. What a coup. I wonder if that was M. Do you think M managed to get in there and fly that flag? Is there anything about M that would have made an impression that would have caused him to, or should I say, caused the staff at Buckingham Palace to let him just walk through? And well, anyway, if you know, you know. But I think it was probably M. I think M created a distraction. I think M created a distraction so that E, or I'm not E, but so that I or N could get through. Like I said, if you know, you know. uh, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, there we go. And okay, so take a look at this. Look at that face. This was at the St. Giles Cathedral in Scotland. Do you remember that when he got booed and heckled up in Scotland? Look at that face. Poor Charles. You almost have to feel sorry for him, except he's just such a disgusting individual. Well, look at his face. Those people keep him up at night. They keep him up at night. He probably opens up his medicine cabinet, and when he looks in there, he sees those people protesting. When he flushes the toilet, he sees those people protesting. If he takes the top off of his tea kettle, there's those people protesting. So they're everywhere. You can't escape them. And Camilla tried to save face. Yeah, she tried to save face. Knowing Camilla, she was probably whispering something out the corner of her mouth. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying save face. I should say save faces, because it seems like the way she acts, she has more than one face. If there was ever such a thing as a two-face, it would be Camilla Barker Bowles. But yeah, that is her biting her lip while they are being booed and heckled by the crowd. See there, King Charles releases personal statement ahead of family reunion. Apparently they're having some type of reunion. I think that is for Easter, because remember, Kate couldn't be there for Easter last year, because Kate didn't want to be there for Easter last year. Morad. No, that's not the M I was talking about. That's not the M I was talking about. Like I said, if you know, you know. But it's just so tacky. I just can't. I can't. I can't. Carlita Simone, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'll tell y'all another day. I promise. Just ask me another day. I don't want to say it right now, but ask me another day, like at the end of the show, when we're just kind of shooting the breeze, and then I'll tell you what I mean. Oh, I'm so surprised nobody got that. All right. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them whispering. I wonder who they talking about, huh? Wonder who they talking about. Gossiping, whispering. And you know Camilla, she's always starting some mess, right? First they whisper, and then of course they can't even hardly contain their laughter. See there? God only knows who they're making fun of. I bet you they wasn't laughing so much outside. I bet you when they were being booed and heckled and everything, I bet that wasn't so funny. Now that they're in the safety of Durham Cathedral, everything is so funny. But outside, Camilla was biting her lip, and Charles looked like he couldn't wait to get home and give himself an enema. Yeah, look who's brave now that they're inside the safety of the cathedral. Wasn't like that before.
Not my king! Not my king! Not my king! Not my king! Not my king!
You'll find other groups. Just send me a message. I can put you in touch with the right group.
Who voted for my king? Not my king! Not my king! Not my king! Not my king! Not my king!
You'll find other groups. Just send me a message. I can put you in touch with the
Holyback dogs will be split up, but they've only got one placard and they're not being allowed through. I'm glad the Holyback dogs will be split up, but they've only got one placard and they're not being allowed through. I'm glad the Holyback dogs will be...
Can you guys hear that? They only allow one placard or whatever he said. They won't allow two.
But they've only got one placard and they're not being allowed through. I'm glad the Holyback dogs will be split up.
Oh, they're not going to allow you through, I think he said. You see there? They didn't want it. Listen, you guys, the people protesting, they allowed a limited amount of people to enter the area close to the cathedral. A lot of people showed up, way more than they would allow to enter the area. And you can see all those extra placards they have there. They were ready to raise hell today, but the police stopped them. But enough of them got through. They definitely made their point. As a matter of fact, let me show you what making your point looks like. Let me show you what that looks like. All those years of conspiring with the tabloids, conspiring with the courtiers, conspiring with Camilla and her family. And look at what you got, Charles. You got a crowd of people booing and protesting you. Is this the love that you thought the people had for you? If you could just get this person out the way and get that person out the way. Wow. Wow. Just think of all that he's gone through to get to that point. My goodness. Not exactly the satisfaction that he thought it would be. Poor Charlie. And then, just like a punk, he gets inside and start whispering with his human mattress. He gets in there and starts whispering with her and laughing at somebody. Oh, well. And just think, if only this were true. I mean, the first 70 years was such a treat. You know what I mean? The first 70 years was such a treat. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Emerging from the state Bentley, and there's the Republic people. So they didn't get a chance to be front and center, but they definitely made their presence known. They made their presence known. And I, for one, am grateful. It's what he deserves. He's just not a nice person. He's really not. It's what he deserves. He has been horrible. And not just to Harry and Meghan, and of course, stripping security from his grandkids, taking the home, the safe home in Britain, taking that away from his grandkids, but all of the other stuff that he's done, all of the other stuff that he's done, this is what he deserves.
With the crowd. No. Not my king! 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 Down with the crown! 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 Down already! Not my king! 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 Down with the crown! Down with the crown! Down with the crown! Down with the crown!
Yep, there you go. NJ, you are quite welcome, and thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for being here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Whoa, look at there. Look at there. A $500 million for the Royals, budget cuts for the rest of us. You know, and listen, you guys, that's the same thing going on here in the United States. They gave a huge tax cut to the wealthiest of people. And how do you think they're going to make up those tax cuts? They are going to tax us into oblivion. We have to pay for that. We have to pay. The wealthy got a tax cut from that horrible person in the White House back in the first time he was in office. Now, that tax cut is set to expire soon. It's set to expire. There's no way he's going to get rid of it. He's going to keep it, which means that we, the tax-paying public, are going to have to foot the bill. The very wealthy don't even pay tax. They pay so little. They have all kinds of shelters and they buy additional properties and such. Oh, there he is right there. That's Graham Smith. He's the leader. And look at him. He's trying to convince the police to let them through. Anastasia, thank you so much for being here. I love when he trolls them. That is always so much fun to me. I've never been to the Durham Cathedral. I'd like to visit that place. Ditch the duchies, down with the crown, not my king. Wow, they got a few of those, don't they? Oh, well. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. This must be in another area. I think this may be their biggest turnout since Coronation Day. I really do. I think this is their biggest turnout since Coronation Day. Is it? I would like to see that one. I would like to see that. Elaine Parker, did you ever see the Bath Cathedral? They have this very interesting feature that flanks the entrance. They have, I think it's Jacob's Ladder. Is that what it is? And they have one ladder where the figures on the ladder are climbing up to heaven. And the one on the other side, they have like whatever demons or creatures or whatever, and they're crawling down to hell. It was. I'm like, wow, that's clever. That is very clever. I wonder how many years it was like that. Sometimes they change them, but I guess, what, almost 1,000 years ago, someone had a bright idea 800 years ago. But that one was very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. And there we have that. And I want to go to the Lincoln Cathedral. That's the one that has that huge facade. Did you guys know they used to paint the entrance to the cathedrals? They used to paint them. We're so used to seeing them just, with the tan or gray stone, but they used to paint all of those characters and figures and such. Bright, vivid paint. That had to be a sight. Oh, there they go. There's Fred and Gladys. Maundy Day. I'm sure that you all like hearing about my trips abroad. I know you do. Just for that, I'm going to show some vacation pictures. Now, take a look here. This is not Monday Day. This is Easter. Easter 2024. No William, no Kate, no children. And I promise you, it seemed to me it would have made a lot of sense for the children and William to assure the public of the continuity of monarchy by showing up with the children, right? I shouldn't do the work for them. I really shouldn't. And I'm sure, I don't feel bad saying this because I'm sure someone on their team said, are you sure you don't want to go? It would be a great opportunity to reassure the public of the continuity of monarchy. And William's like, no, I'm not going. If Kate's not going, I'm not going. Just like when Kate said she couldn't work, he couldn't work. He took off from work too. Well, anyway, what a fine mess that was. Nobody showed up. Thank you, Mackenzie. And let's see. So there was the what do you call those? The Tyndalls. They kind of led the way, the Tyndall girls. And I promise you guys, I'm not being shady. That is the best I've ever seen Ford Fiesta. That is the best look she's ever had. As a matter of fact, pretending to be Megan is the best look that she's ever had. Because you guys know Megan wore the white coat with the white hat. Only difference, she's wearing a purple coat. Yeah, she's definitely channeling the Duchess of Sussex. But no hate, that's the best I've ever seen her look. She looks youthful. She kept it very simple. She doesn't have those horrible patterns and everything like that. She should try to do that more often because usually she looks like a blessed fool. So if you're listening, Sophie Wessex, take the hint. Take the hint. I'm being very generous today. As a matter of fact, I haven't dragged her in a while. Yep, I haven't dragged her in a while. So take the hint. What's that Betty Wright say? Take the tip. You better get hip. It's a clean-up woman. She's tough. She really cleans up. Yes, take the tip. You better get hip. All right. So enough of that generosity. Well, okay. If you insist, I will just drag out one of her worst photos to share with you. Just one, you guys. Just one. Matter of fact, why don't I share with you something she wore for Easter on another occasion? I hope you have the stomach for it. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my God. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Okay, you guys. I'm not sure. Okay, this one. This one. It's so bad. It's so bad. Is that a rare tropical bird? Is that a bird of no, is that a bird of prey? Is that a rafter? What is that? What is that? What is she wearing? Oh, that's so bad. What? Why? Why? You know, I wonder, I used to wonder why Vice what is it, Vice Count Severin? I used to wonder why he always looks so distant, right? I used to wonder why, like right here, let me see. Is this one of them? I used to look at him. Both he and his sister Louise, they're avoiding eye contact. They try not to even they're trying to lay low. But now do you see why I gave her such a generous compliment? Do you get it now? Do you understand why I was so generous? Because I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. Who dresses like that? And then almost in the blink of the eye goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? So again, Sophie Wessex, if you're listening, I know you thought it was a cute idea to purchase the same pattern that they use on the number 6 bus, right? But those number 6 bus seat cover patterns are not meant for wearing. It's to conceal stains when someone spills their big gulp on a city bus. It is not meant for someone to wear to Easter service. How could she be so careless? How? So when I saw this, I was like, what the what? What the what? Is that Sophie Wessex? My voice got all high. Yeah, okay, you're right. Let me move on. Oh, by the way, thank you for the PayPal. Thank you very much. I see it up there. Thank you very much for the PayPal. It just kind of popped up in the corner of my screen here. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope I haven't severed your wait a minute. Let me try that again. I hope I have not severed your optic nerve. Yeah, optic, that's it. I don't want to sever your optic nerve with this harsh image. So I'm going to take it away. You couldn't tell her. You couldn't tell her she wasn't cute. You just could not tell her she wasn't cute. Oh, wait. Do you know what I just noticed? Did you guys see that? Wait, look at Louisa, Lady Louisa. And now look at her mama. Lady Louisa and her mama. I just noticed that. You know, I almost couldn't see it because I was so busy looking at that very busy dress. I didn't even notice that she was wearing a beret. And then the very next year, Sophie wore it. Wow, interesting. I just noticed that. Okay, well, anyway, let us continue. We got to go before this comes back in fashion. I'm just kidding. That was never in fashion. That was on the seat of the number 6 bus. It was never in fashion. It was on the seat of the number 6 bus. All of the seats. As a matter of fact, that looks like about maybe 4 seats. Somebody snatched the fabric off of at least 4 of those seats of the number 6 bus. Okay, Kate Middleton may have missed the Easter Day service in 2024, but where will the royal family be spending the celebration this year? Rumor has it that the Princess of Wales may attend the Sunday service at St. George Chapel in Windsor after missing last year's celebration. Easter is traditionally a time for people to come together and take advantage of the double bank holiday and eat a somewhat obscene amount of chocolate in the process. And it's no different for the royal family. In the past, the royals have nearly always chosen to spend Easter at Windsor, following a set of time-honored traditions. In 2024, however, saw Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, miss the customary Easter Sunday service due to her ongoing, not very likely, somewhat questionable, always changing and evolving cancer treatment. This year, we'll hopefully see a return from not just for Kate, but for the whole family. Now, fast forward, you guys. I'm going to fast forward. Hello Magazine. The Prince and Princess of Wales will miss the Sunday gathering for the annual Easter service in Windsor. Hello understands. Prince William and Kate will instead spend the bank holiday weekend at their country abode, Anmer Hall in Norfolk, with their 3 children. Now, y'all know that means that there is a chartered jet, engines winding as we speak. There's a chartered jet waiting to whisk them off to the Isle of Mystique. Y'all know that. They are not staying at Anmer Hall. They're going to be leaving for vacation number 5 since Christmas. They're about to go on their 5th holiday since Christmas. I hope somebody gets some pictures of them. Usually there's no photos, but I promise you, I hope somebody gets some photos. The Waleses have taken a break from their public duties in recent weeks, while Prince George XI, Charlotte IX, Louis VI are on their school holiday from Lambrook. It will be the 2nd year in a row that William and Kate have missed the church service. No kidding. Last year, Easter Sunday fell just days after the princess announced her always questionable, ever evolving, somewhat unlikely, but we have to go along with it because it buys her the sympathy that she needs, so we stop thinking she's racist, cancer diagnosis in a personal video. Anyway, like I said, it fell just days after the princess announced her ever evolving, somewhat questionable, seemingly unlikely, always changing, and somewhat unlikely but possible, likely to make us stop thinking about her being called the racist, cancer diagnosis. So, you guys, you recognize that thing at the top there, gums, 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 gums. Remember her? Gums, 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 gums. Yes, that one so-called well, anyway, the one that always likes to bear those gums at us. She says, I gotta say, I'm a bit bummed. And that is, she's responding to Russell Myers, who broke the news that they're going to stay at Admiral Hall until the jet is completely fueled, and then they're going to take off and go to the Isle of Mystique, where they have another home. And let's see, Lolly says maybe they know the day is coming soon when they won't have that option and will let Charles have the whole spotlight this year. No, you know what it is? You know what it is? It doesn't even matter. They will find if William wants to get away, trust and believe. If William wants to get away, William is going to go on holiday. It doesn't matter who's where, what's what. William takes off when he wants to take off. Period. That ain't going to stop him, whether Charles is alive or not. Charles can be down in that storm cellar with his mama and his daddy and all the rest of them, but William is going to go on holiday when William wants to take a holiday. And that's all to it. The Prince and Princess of Wales will not join the King and Queen for the Royals' traditional Easter gathering at Windsor Castle. William and Kate will instead wait for them to fuel up that private jet, which they will reach by private helicopter. And then they're going to take a chartered flight all the way down to the Isle of Mystique and stay in Aunt Margot's house for the holiday. That's what they're going to do. Let me see. Why? This article doesn't explain anything. And Russell Myers says, it clearly says they've decided not to attend to spend time together as a family. See how they always cover for them? They make me sick. Do you hear me? Sick. They make me sick. And then Birdie says, but they're not spending time with their whole family. They're staying at home. It makes no sense to pass up attending an event for the extended family on Easter. Ooh, I like Birdie. I like Birdie. Let me see. And what's the next one here? Why are you calling her Kate Middleton? And it's so obvious that the king's office is briefing against his own son here. Well, wake up and smell the coffee. Ain't that what they do to Harry and Meghan? Huh? Why are you so surprised? I bet you this person don't say anything when they're briefing against the Sussexes or pulling their security. Russell Myers says, I've seen the data on this, and millions of people around the world still uses the search term Kate Middleton on Google. Oh, okay. Well, it's nothing to lose your ear about. Lydia Washington, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for being here. Now, let's get on to Royal Aid, who filed bullying claims against Meghan Markle, takes on major new role with Prince William. Y'all know Prince William likes his beards. He likes men with beards. There's something about a beard that just really bakes his noodle. You know what I mean? So he likes to keep his beards very close, and that includes Jason Knopf, or as some people say Knauf. I just say Jason Knopf. I don't want to waste a syllable mentioning him. I do not want to waste a syllable. I'll just keep it one syllable, Knopf. Plus, I've had enough of him. Now, this is the same Jason that was awarded the Victorian honor, right? That's the New Year's honor that goes to one of their, or so anybody they feel has done work above and beyond the call of duty. So he was awarded for, you know, what he did to the Sussexes, what they did to the Sussexes. And considering the things that Meghan disclosed on the podcast, kind of makes your blood boil, doesn't it? It kind of makes your blood boil, because there they are, gleeful, happy, and so pleased with themselves, having done the things that they've done. I remember when I first started the channel, people used to think I was being a bit heavy-handed with Kate. But there's Kate. There's the Immaculate Heart of Kate, lifting a scented candle in recognition of Jason's horrible work. They're sitting there laughing and enjoying it. I ain't got nothing for Kate. I ain't got nothing for Will. I ain't got nothing for their daddy. And I ain't got nothing for their mama. King Charles to hand New Year's honor to royal aide who called Meghan Markle a bully. Jason Knauf has been made a lieutenant of the Royal Victorian Order 4 years after he emailed Prince William's then private secretary, accusing Meghan of bullying 2 personal assistants out of the household. And why did that happen? Just a reminder, a couple days before the Oprah interview, when they were in such a panic trying to figure out how are we going to combat whatever comes out during the interview, they made a preemptive strike by accusing Meghan of the whole bullying claim. Miss Scobie said, after serving as the Earthshot board member, Royal Foundation CEO, private secretary to Prince William, and helping the Daily Mail take on Meghan Markle in court last year, Jason Knauf has been named a lieutenant of the Royal Victorian Order for his service to the monarchy. Let me tell you what his service was. Take a look at Meghan's niece. Take a look at Meghan's niece. Best plot twist for so far was Ashley Hale, Meghan's niece and Samantha Markle's daughter, to speak up, but very was that very sad? Oh, it says sad, but it should be sad. Very sad. Jason Knauf advised them to not invite her to the royal wedding because of her mom. See, Jason was the devil in disguise, the spawn of Satan. They said that he was a personal secretary to Harry and Meghan, but in my opinion, I am going to allege that his job was to plot against them, allegedly. Let's see, Poretta JT. Please, Baron, no jokes. I'm driving tired and I don't want to run into anyone. Thank you so much for the super chat. Look at there. There's Jason. William's beard lurking in the shadows, watching, studying, trying to figure out some kind of way to sabotage the Sussexes. Every time I see this photo, that just creeps me the you know what out. It's so creepy. So creepy. And who did he answer to? William. You see, he never really worked for Harry and Meghan. He always worked for William. And in the articles, they would say that he was working for Harry and Meghan. And then it would go on to say that he also worked for William and Kate. Well, which was it? Were you there for Harry and Meghan? Or were you there for William and Kate? See what I mean? 1 beard, 2 beards, 3 beards. He loves to keep his beards. It's something about a beard that just seems to get him excited. William gets excited around a beard. And trust me when I say it, any beard will do. Any beard will do. I don't think he's ever met a beard that he didn't like. Yep. I don't think he's ever met a beard he didn't like. As a matter of fact, he likes them so much, he grew one himself. He grew one himself. And then after that, nothing else to do but to go and find yourself a nice, delicious pulled pork sandwich to go with your beards. This is Jason Knauf. He submitted the bullying complaint against Meghan Markle. He also passed her private letter to her dad, to the tabloids. And as William and Kate's special advisor, he has now been promoted CEO to William and Kate's charity. You see that? That was June of 2022. I don't know what this announcement is for. I don't know if they're making this announcement to send some kind of message to Harry and Meghan. I really don't get it because he's never left service to those two. He has been there with them for the long run. He's never left their side. He's as close to William as Kate. When Princess Meghan sued the Daily Mail for invading her privacy and won, Prince William allowed Jason to assist the Daily Mail. Jason Knauf gave the fail, gave the fail into that, didn't help their case, but provided source for harassment. Jason Knauf still works for Prince William. He never left. They do this little shuffle with his title. It does not matter. When William becomes king, Jason is going to be at his side. Jason is the new Michael Forsythe. That's what he is. He's the new Michael Forsythe. And take a look there. I haven't shown this in a while, but here's a little reminder. Jason Knauf, Jason Matthew Knauf, and Daniel John William Wooten. God, don't that sound like some kind of cereal, you know what? Dan Wooten and Jason went to the same school. They went to the same school. Year 2004. You couldn't make this up. You could not make this up. Let's not forget the connection between Jason Knauf and Dan Wooten. Let's not forget the connection. Harry should never, ever forgive those people. William is even worse than his father. I promise you, he's even worse than his father. Those are two of the worst possible people that could ever sit on that throne. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Yeah, both of them. They are two of the worst possible people. And thank you to the one squatty who informed me that Knauf in German means doorknob. That's right. They sent me a message. They said, you know what Knauf is in German? This is a German word for knob. Everybody can use it if he or she wants to. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn. Just like a doorknob, everybody gets a turn. Coincidence? Serendipity? I think not. Possibly. It's just one of those wild coincidences. Like I said, you couldn't make it up, could you? You could not make this up. By the way, you guys, do make sure you hit the like button. You could not make this up. It's too weird to be untrue. It is too weird to be untrue. So anyway, you guys, I hope the royal family enjoys their dwindling popularity. Yes, I hope they enjoy it because I predicted some time ago that after the queen was gone, they were going through this long, empty period where nothing much is going to happen. And that's just the way it is. So I know you guys won't believe this, but guess what? I'm done. Done. Now, I may come back later, but not likely because it's already so late. So I guess I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all very much for your generous contributions to Royal Sussex. We almost made the goal, but that's okay. I really, really do appreciate it. Let me see here. I'll take a look at some of your last comments before we go. Oh, by the way, Lydia, if you're still here, I tried to explain to everyone how this happened. Let me find it. They didn't seem to pick up what I was putting down, so they didn't seem to pick up what I was putting down. I said the only way this could have happened is if there was if M distracted them. I think M probably caused the distraction, and maybe I ran up to the roof and put the flag up. And all I got was crickets. But that's my theory. I think that M caused a distraction or diversion, and perhaps I ran up to the roof and put the flag up. Anyways, let me see here. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are always saying, "Oh, you should come on early. You should come on early." So I said, "Okay, since I'm available, let me go on early." We'll see. We'll see. It probably won't be until midnight my time. Duchess Royal, when are you going to make another video? You know, we're always waiting for your videos. If you have one coming up, please let me know. But thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, we love your videos. As a matter of fact, let me put the link. Oh, thank you, Church Nelly. You guys make sure you go over there and watch those videos. It is so super entertaining and informative. And I'm not just saying that. I always say, if you need to get caught up, watch the Duchess Royal videos. Everything is chronological, it's entertaining, it's informative, and it's a great way to explain things. So if you have someone that you're trying to explain, how did this happen, great reference, and that is the truth. So go over there right now, you guys. Please go over, like, share, and subscribe. But mostly go over there and subscribe, because we need solid information. We need receipts. It's the best way to combat the derangers and the Royal Rota is receipts. Do you guys know how many times we have pushed them back into their little pathetic caves and layers, or wherever they spend their time? Because we got receipts. We keep our receipts. So go over. The link is at the top of the chat. I'm fixing to go. You don't need to hang around, and subscribe. Okay? Yes. So, and if everybody goes over there now, we can get past that 10K tonight. So do it, please. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? You know, I don't ever watch him, so I gotta see, because I find that so difficult. Are you serious? Well, I'll check it out, and we will talk about it later, or if I come back later, we'll see. But oh my God, I'm shocked. I am so shocked. Oh, I love your humor, Duchess Royal. I love your humor. I love it. It's just I don't know, it's very natural. It's very honest, and it'd be different if it wasn't true, but it's always on point. Always on point. And sometimes, like when I'm running my errands, I'll put it on, and I'll be like in the grocery store listening to it again. And honestly, I think your videos are the only ones that I watch twice. I don't usually watch videos twice, but I watch yours twice. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, just 300 away, about 300 away from 10K. So anyway, I hope you guys will go over there and subscribe. Just 300 away from 10K. If everybody here right now can do that, then we can leap over that 10K for Duchess Royal. Again, the link is at the top of the chat. Okay, so we're good. We're good. All right. All right. Love you guys. I will see y'all next time. Thank you, moderators.